Alright, what's up, YouTube? We're here to play some video games like we always do. Let's see, what are we doing here? We're in Starfield, just got here to whatever this is called. We gotta talk to the guy that nobody's supposed to know exists. So...
Well, what a pleasant surprise.
Yeah, I'm not
When
dead.
I heard you and Hadrian were headed for Londinian of all places, I presumed you must be onto something big. Did you find what you were looking for? Good news, then. So, what exactly are you doing here? Plenty still to be done in defeating the Terramorphs, no? Did you? Well, I don't know what you think you heard on this recording, but I sincerely hope you didn't come to the wrong conclusions. After all, given the Cabinet's current state of anxiety, they might misinterpret such a discovery to mean I could have been involved with the attacks. Perhaps I can convince you
Technically
to
you
keep
could
this
have,
among
but
us.
I'm actually not convinced that you are.
You want to hear the words, then? I did it. The Terramorph attacks on Tau Ceti, New Atlantis, my doing.
I
Years
want to
of
hear it if it's the
coordination between
truth.
my associate and I, figuring out how to deploy the Lazarus plant's pollen outside of Londinian, learning to synthesize it, use it as a weapon. Now, being as clever as you are, I'm sure you have thoughts on why I might do such a thing. All in due time. First, I want to see if you're truly as astute as you appear. So why would someone like me go through all this trouble? Not a bad thought. But no, the attacks were a correction. When I discovered the plant, I did consider handing over what I'd found, but we were at war. And I couldn't risk information that dangerous falling into the wrong hands. So I ordered the bombing of the Londinian spaceport, fixing two problems at once. Halting the spread of the city's Terramorph outbreak, and sealing away knowledge of the plant's potential. These were the final days of the colony war, Captain. The Freestar Collective had spies everywhere. I was
Yeah.
concerned that if word got out, the Collective could swoop down, start breeding Lazarus plants, and overrun our worlds with waves of Terramorphs. Just like what was happening on Londinian at that very moment. Sealing off the city to prevent mass death, it was the only option that made sense at the time. Precisely. In that moment, I couldn't allow another dangerous variable to be added to an already catastrophic war. But then, as the war ended, my trial, my execution, I made a decision. After all, I'd given everything for the colonies. My life as I knew it included. And what did I get in return? Was there any effort by the UC to protect my legacy? daughter's legacy? No. We were sacrificed when all we did was serve. So I kept what I'd learned and arranged the attacks to set things right again. My daughter, she becomes a hero. I become a trusted advisor, having found Kaiser, the research team, and cement my new position of influence when I hand them the name of the person responsible for the attack on New Atlantis. The dear departed Dr. Reginald Orlays, the associate who aided me all these years, and whom I always slated to take the fall. What luck he was stopped dead before he could hurt anyone else. His decades on the run brought to an end by another unlikely hero. You. Captain, please. You've benefited here as much as I have. Maybe more.
Maybe.
It's why I had Orlays reprogram Kaiser. Had that old machine guide you to where I found the plant all those years ago. I went to great lengths to ensure your and Hadrian's success. And look at the results. I know for a fact the Cabinet's planning to honor both you and Hadrian once this is all done. Isn't that preferable to languishing away in obscurity? Running jobs on the tail end of nowhere for the Vanguard? With only the vague hopes of perhaps earning the right to buy a home in the well someday. Precisely. And let's not forget the importance of our actual endgame. Eliminating the Terramorphs. Securing knowledge of the Lazarus plant. What we've set in motion is going to protect thousands, maybe millions of lives. I'm simply requesting one more life be protected. Mine. I've already sent along the evidence of Orlays' role in the attacks to the Cabinet, leaving out my own involvement. All I ask is that you confirm as much to the Cabinet. Tell them that it was Orlays and Orlays alone. After all, I do still have a long list of threats to the UC. This needn't be the end of our good works together. Well, I do hope you'll keep the larger perspective in mind, Captain. We've done something great here. Let's not squander the opportunity to do more.
Okay, well, where's it want me to go? It's probably up here again, right? The elevator. Right, this way.
Perfect timing. We just got in. So on our end, good news. The microbe and the Asylees are both as effective against heat leeches as they are against terramorphs.
Means either plan should work for clearing those critters off our worlds.
Considering what the Lazarus plant is capable of, I don't think we can deal with those things fast enough. I already sent along info to the Cabinet to get them up to speed. So what about your end? Did you find anything? Any leads on who might have committed the attacks?
All right, let's do
Orlays?
this.
Reginald Orlays? He did this? I didn't think he was still alive. You're sure it was him?
That's some impressive work. So then give us the rundown. Where's Orlays now? Were you able to bring him in?
He refused to come in quietly.
I see. It would have been good to be able to question him, but I've been in those situations. I'm sorry you had to go through it. Any idea why he might have done it? Or what he was doing with the plant? I can't imagine the amount of work it took to deploy the Lazarus plant off-world. Strange to go to all that trouble and not state your reasons.
Well, the man knew how to hold a grudge. I wouldn't be shocked if this was him getting back at the UC for trying to put him on trial.
I guess. Well, at least he won't be able to hurt anybody else now. Might be the best we could ask for, given the circumstances. So I guess there's nothing else to do but get this all in front of the cabinet. Unless there were other things we needed to discuss.
I don't think
This
there
might
are.
be our last opportunity to talk things through before the cabinet weighs in on a decision regarding the Terramorphs. Asylees aren't hostile to humans, but they are megafauna. If someone decides to pick a fight with one, it could get ugly. But they've already been spread far and wide once before when the UC was raising them as livestock, so the risk of introducing them to new worlds is minimal. Using them to clean up the Terramorphs and leeches, though, it's not going to be nearly as expedient as the microbe would be. Given what we know now about the Lazarus plant, the speed of the job does matter. But going with the Asylees, we're at least dealing with known risks.
Microbe is going to make the cleanup a whole lot quicker. If we're concerned about this Lazarus plant getting deployed again, that's the way to go.
The cabinet can secure the Lazarus plant, and then we're not risking any surprises when it comes to dealing with a microbe.
You're being paranoid. You know the science. You know we can make this safe.
I do know the science. I also know math. And a 1 in a million chance of a mutation isn't 0. So I guess we're still in discussion. Probably best at this point to let the cabinet weigh in, see if they have a preference. They are.
Microbe needed minimal adjustment to account for heat leech anatomy.
And the Asylees seem like they're even better at tracking leeches than morphs.
Hell of a sight to watch, though, when they catch them. Like an open airlock guzzling angry spaghetti.
Alright.
And here we go.
I'm still going with the megafauna. You know, big giant animals. They're cooler than some microbe or whatever they're calling it.
Welcome back, all of you. I wish we were meeting under better circumstances. But according to Hadrian's report, and the second one I just received, it seems the Terramorph attack on New Atlantis was no random occurrence, but a planned strike. Is what I'm reading here true?
My God.
An attack? Using Terramorphs? How is that possible?
You will all receive a full briefing once we're done here. So then, is what the second report claims correct? Did Reginald Orlays commit these attacks, Captain?
That appears to be the case, ma'am. The captain tracked that information down just after our trip to Londinian.
Reginald Orlays? Wasn't there a report he'd been killed recently?
Body was found floating around Etheria. Report mentioned you were sent to try and bring him in, Captain. I guess that didn't go according to plan.
Ah, yes. I was told about your mission and who ordered it. Did you two suspect at the time Orlays might have been involved in the attacks? Well, it appears you were ahead of the curve. This report contains definitive evidence Orlays triggered the attacks via this Lazarus plant the Captain and Major Sanan uncovered.
Simply harrowing.
Indeed. Though it would have been preferable for him to have finally faced the UC's justice. It seems both of you are to be commended for ensuring he was dealt with before he could strike again. You have our thanks. Now, with our villain unmasked, we can attend to the other matters at hand. With the threads you've brought together here, the Lazarus plant, the attacks, the heat leeches, the three of you have likely spared thousands of lives. But it now falls to the Cabinet to ensure this can never happen again. As such, the Cabinet will be securing the Lazarus plant on Londinian. All materials related to the plant will be classified to ensure no one else learns its true nature.
A sound decision, Madam President.
I'm glad you think so. So then, to our final topic. The Cabinet has agreed to implement a plan that will deal with the Terramorph, and now also Heat Leech presence on human worlds. In fact, we've already begun enacting measures to check all UC ports and settlements for undiscovered nests. But we all understand this is only a partial solution. The project we're embarking on will be a long and difficult one. So our first step must be deciding how exactly this all will be handled.
Madam President, this microbe is clearly too much of a risk. The Aseles are the safer approach.
And cooler.
To someone with limited knowledge of biology, perhaps. The technology behind the microbe is solved science, Madam President. It isn't dangerous. Using it to wipe out the Terramorphs would be the quickest path to protecting humanity.
And fast results always lead to the best outcomes, don't they?
As you can see, there remains debate among the Cabinet. We were hoping your group might issue a recommendation. Major?
We've been having similar debates ourselves, but the Captain has yet to weigh in.
I see. Captain, I know this may not be your area of expertise, but we'd like to know your take on the matter.
I'm in full agreement.
Yes.
No need to be delving into
Big,
unpredictable
awesome animals.
sciences.
And Major Sanan? Dr. Walker, you'd find this acceptable?
We trust the Captain's judgment.
Then the matter is settled. We'll begin the process immediately. Today marks day one for the United Colonies Terramorph Management Division, making you three the founding members of the TMD. As befits such a group, the Cabinet wanted to display its gratitude. Today, we will be adding 3 new Class 1 citizens to our ranks.
Probably
Class
worthless,
one?
but okay.
For the 3 of us? Are you joking?
What he means to say is, thank you, ma'am.
Oh, yeah. Thank you, ma'am.
You all have earned it. Now, there's much to be done. Major Sanan, Dr. Walker, I hope you two are willing to continue your efforts, spearheading the TMD's research on Mars.
We'd be honored, ma'am.
As for you, Captain, the Vanguard will be providing much of the on-the-ground support for the TMD. As a member of both the Vanguard and the TMD, I believe you'll have your pick of duties. Speak to your commander, Tuala, if I recall correctly. He should be able to provide you with assignments going forward, plus help you collect the benefits that come with being named Class 1. On behalf of the whole of the United Colonies, you have our sincerest gratitude. This meeting is adjourned.
Well, okay. I'm now a Class 1 citizen.
Private sector. Now that's where the real money's at.
Um... I'll take this guy and see what he's got to say. Let's go upstairs.
Well, I've got to say, this is a first. I've never had a Class 1 citizen in my ranks before. Congratulations, Captain. It's a high honor. Had to do something big for the colonies to earn that sort of designation. Only ever met a couple myself, and certainly never given one orders. You should be real proud. No need to thank me. You brought this on yourself. I've already gone ahead and processed your Class 1 benefits. All UC goods and services should now have a thanks for protecting the colonies discount. And the credits should be in your accounts now. But to get into your penthouse, you'll have to pay a visit to the Aphelion Realty office. They should be able to grant you access. Just out the front door and across the plaza, by the embassies. Look for the Aphelion sign. Higher-ups wanted to make sure you know how much they appreciate what you've done. But with all that squared, it's time to get you a new assignment. There are your standard Vanguard missions, putting those pilot skills to use defending UC space. Or you could help the TMD in cleaning up terramorphs.
That's what I'd rather do.
And I got a request from Dr. Walker. Wanted your help collecting biological samples to keep an eye out for any, new alien threats on the horizon. Any of those missions call to you? Any chance to bag some bugs, right? Well, I can provide. Let me just check my logs. Okay, these coordinates should get you to your first target. There. These missions are straightforward. Proceed to the location, kill the critter before it can do any more harm. Just be smart out there. Don't want you getting banged up too bad on your first hunt. Super et ultra, Captain.
Right, and then now... Let's see. Let's go figure this thing out. Maybe put away some of my stuff so I don't have to carry it around. Clear out some more inventory space.
I'm always ready to make a deal. Well, if it isn't the United Colony's newest Class 1 citizen. You've made quite a name for yourself in New Atlantis. In fact, the higher-ups want to thank you for your dedicated service by giving you one of the nicest pieces of real estate in the city. It's a premium penthouse at the top of Mercury Tower. Best location in New Atlantis, in my professional opinion.
What do you say? It'll just take a second to get you registered as the owner.
Sure.
Great! You're in for a real treat. It's one of my favorite apartments in the city.
Okay, you're all set. Your new home's located in Mercury Tower in the residential district.
You'll love the place. It has a gorgeous floor plan and an unbeatable view of the city.
We'll see.
Now that you're an owner, I'm sure I'll be seeing you around town.
I'm not put around to begin with. What's the exit? Here's the exit. Okay, so that is the right location for this. Just go down here this way, can't you? Always taking the elevator. You just go straight down there.
I'm so excited to meet you.
It's a decent view, I guess. There's oh, it's got a view on both sides, huh? Alright. That's a pretty nice view too. There's nowhere to put anything, which means I'm guessing I'm supposed to... Where's that one? I'm supposed to build stuff myself. Nope. Bring this up. Decorate, huh? Storage box. Great. Third one, no. It's there for now. Okay. Escape to exit. Inventory, weapons. All right. So here, it's over here. All right, gonna, okay.
Maintain current course while we scan for contraband. Scan complete.
Okay, let's try again. Okay, am I just hunting them now, or am I talking to somebody? Sure. It's not gonna work. Made the tearing worse. Nothing about talking to anybody, so it might just be straight up fight when we get there. Let's not take those for now. Go. Need to buy more ammo. As proven previously, 800 is definitely not enough. I had just under 1,000 for the final fight area for the main mission, and ran out before I got to the final boss. So reload or what? Oh, got it there. Just instantly got the credits for it. That's nice. Okay, so what is this place that we let this terramorph away from? Biochemical silo. Well, okay. Alright. We already have. Okay. Why did it tell me to land here if it wants me to get into this thing anyway? Oh, because you can't land at the spaceport. Right. You know, the place where you land the ships.
Crime has slowed down since you started helping out, which is good for morale. I do. Thanks to you, the spaceport is up and running again, which is good for commerce, but also for smugglers. We've received a tip that someone has been bringing in contraband into New Atlantis through the spaceport, and we need to investigate. Great. First, speak to one of the technicians over by landing pad B. Ask them if they've noticed any suspicious activity. Once you've gotten a lead, cross-reference their testimony with ship records over at Aegis. When you're done, report back to me with your findings. See you later.
That's simple and probably boring.
Understood. All right. Let's get at it then.
These 15-hour shifts are killing me.
Guess we're New Atlantis' first line of defense against heat leeches now. We see any on your ship?
It's about time. I've been telling my supervisor about that cargo ship for ages. Beginning to think he was ignoring me. That's the problem. I don't really look at the ship names when I work, just the ID number granted for clearance. I think it was UC576B. I do know it's a cargo class transport, if that helps. It's the way the crew handled the cargo. They were being way too delicate. The manifest said they were carrying potatoes, spuds. I don't know what was in those crates, but it certainly wasn't that. Okay?
Where'd this other guy go? Did he run away? Or does it just want me to go talk to Aegis? Might be it. Why did I think Aegis was in a different place? Wait, now where's it telling me to go? Let's go down there. Oh, is it the elevator? Yeah, I thought Aegis had their own building somewhere else.
The secure. I hope you're not here to report something. If you are, it means you've seen far too much. That I do, Captain. Sergeant Yumi said you'd be coming to pick it up. You've got good timing, too. I actually have a friend on a classified star station who sent me this list of potential smugglers the other day. Here you are. Given I owe you for the last job, I hope it serves some use. Yep. Every ship on that list has a route that goes through New Atlantis. Not surprising, given we're the biggest port in town. And if they're smuggling stuff there, you can bet your ass they're smuggling stuff here. We'll be seeing you.
Pardon.
What's my mission? Read the slate. Great. Unit 76B, cargo class transport, Molly. Like potatoes. Well, this told me nothing. Unsee, Molly.
Yes, what?
Just running in a lot of circles here.
I'm so excited to see Tony. What?
Found it. How's the investigation going? Is that right? Do you know the name by any chance? Captain Enjai's ship. I think you might have hit the mark here. You had reports of their crew being less than professional on several occasions. Still, being a little rough around the edges isn't exactly a crime. Are you sure it's the right ship? Then the next step is searching their cargo for any smuggled contraband. And, as luck would have it, I believe the Anansi has already arrived at landing pad B. I'll make the call to have the ship detained until further notice. Your job is to board the ship, locate any illicit goods, and return them here. And if any of the crew puts up a fight, I trust you know what to do.
Uh-huh.
Good luck.
I don't have a weapon that can disable them. Unless you want them disabled permanently. It's a decent sized ship. Okay. Weird. Okay.
Looking for something?
Yep. See ya. There it is. It's right there. Creative contraband. I figured it would be marked like regular contraband is with the yellow thing, but it's because the nature of this
Well,
mission.
it looks like you got me, officer. I guess this means my potato shipping days are numbered. But maybe you'd be willing to give a first-time offender a slap on the carpal bone. I don't suppose you're interested in a deal?
Not really. I mean, I do in fact make bargains with criminals. I've obviously done it before.
It's simple. I give you a large sum of creds. You turn around and tell your sergeant the ship was clean. That's unfortunate, Captain. Now I'm going to have to smuggle your body off this ship. You're dead meat!
Really? Can I get my weapon out or what?
This is hopeless!
Is that it? Where'd the third one go? Or fourth one, I guess. Right? Oh. Must have come back this way. Was simple. Opening up like I have access. Oh, I have access to some of them. Oh, see, that one counts as steal. Let's not do that. Let's see. Okay, simple. Just a holding cell. How do I leave? Okay. No, really, I don't know how to get out of here. Oh, I have to go all the way this way first. Alright.
How's the investigation going? Good work. Did you find anything? Very well done, Captain. Time and time again you come through for us. Initially, I felt bad for helping someone of your rank doing security, but frankly, you're worse than guilt. In any case, I'll have a team move the ship off the landing pad and do a full sweep. Make sure there's no other surprises on board.
I mean,
And before I forget, your payment. It's well deserved.
I haven't even told him that there are 3 bodies on that ship. Okay. Okay, which one's Percival again? See the old man we've been working with for the last mission? Let's go talk to him. Maybe he'll give us a start to getting those terramorph eating animals spread around the universe. Not the universe, I guess it's more of well, it is really an incredibly small part of the galaxy, right?
But you all are here because you can handle it. So any questions, concerns, anything at all giving you pause, you come see Dr. Walker or I. Little problems left unchecked become big problems. And we fix big problems here, not make them. Now let's get to work. Welcome everyone to the TMD.
Excuse me.
It doesn't look like any of you are field agents for the TMD. Step over.
Why, hello, fellow Class 1 citizen. That's never gonna get old. Now, was there something you needed? You heard right. These terramorph attacks, they caught the UC off guard. UC Brass doesn't like that. So, they want us patrolling the front lines of xenological life, ensure we've got intel on any possible new alien threats. Which means, we need someone to track down said aliens, and harvest samples from them. And not just any sample from these animals is gonna do either. We're trying to build a comprehensive picture here, which requires specific cells from specific family lines of some oftentimes unfriendly creatures. But since dealing with unfriendly creatures falls square in your wheelhouse, well, I figured we might be able to recruit you for the task. Glad to hear it. There is just one additional wrinkle. UC spec'd this as a one-person job, but I convinced them this sort of task merits expert backup. So, if you're interested, they've agreed to let you take Hadrian with you. You'll have to convince her, of course, but I don't think she'll fight you too badly. We could use Hadrian here, absolutely, but we have other scientists. Not a lot of other people can go up against apex predators and come home again and again. You and Hadrian are the right people for this job. I expect she wouldn't mind too badly being out there herself, so pay her a visit before you head out. Now, let's get you the details of your first quarry. Here you go. Head there, find your specimens, and bring those samples back here. I'll have a tech waiting outside to collect them from you. And so you know, you shouldn't need to kill these critters to harvest the required cells. This isn't the same level of analysis we were doing with the Terramorphs. A little will go a long way here. Just get close, take a few scrapings, and get out before they see you. Take care of yourself out there.
Okay, so this one is a quiet.
Hello.
Where's she at? She's in a completely different spot than she was before.
Captain, looks like we missed each other back at Mast. Listen, I just wanted to say, I could have never guessed where all this was going to lead. But what you've done for Percival, for me, for everyone, well, there aren't words to express how grateful I am. He said that? I mean, I guess. You're sure you'd really want me to come with you?
I'm not.
Yeah, maybe. I have to admit, that trip to Londinian whetted my appetite for field work. I saw myself at the TMD for the long haul, but if Percival already okayed this, then I'm in. If you really need backup out there, I'll watch your six. Guess we're done talking?
Around it too much, I'll probably learn to hate her like all the other members of Constellation or most other followers of Bethesda games. So we'll just leave that there. Where are we at? We're at an hour. So next time we might do this mission, we might not. Got a few things we could do here. Although it's called Apex Predator, even though we're supposed to approach non-lethally. I don't know where this is at. Level 25 area. Might as well. Alright. So yeah, that'll be the end of this one. If you made it here till the end.
We're leaving.
Where is it wanting me to? That guy? See if we can't talk to this guy right quick. It was an interesting interaction. They saw that I was in the Mantis ship and they were like, we're out.
I thought we were dead, but those spacers were terrified.
I mean, they should have been.
I can't believe it. We were saved by the Mantis. Everybody keeps going on about this Mantis. Who the hell is the Mantis?
Well, now it's me.
It must be some reputation. I've never seen anything like that. And so modest. The Mantis is a bona fide legend. Oh, man. So is it customary to give the Mantis some sort of reward? The Mantis never takes a reward. Bless you, sir. Ma'am. I can't believe we were rescued by you. Wait, so this is free? You both gotta be pulling my leg here. Happily. Take this, Mantis. So damn classy. You're my hero, Mantis. Well then,
Cool.
Thank you, Mantis. Ship's repaired. We'll be heading out.
Cool. Interesting interaction there. Okay, well, that will be the end of this. If you made it here to the end, thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.